EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Texas Tech's offense will have the opening possession of the game. And Jesse, they've got a running back that they'd love to feature in this if he is able to answer the challenge.
Yeah, and listen, this guy might not be a Heisman finalist, but he can break off long runs. And this defense, David, they better be ready. They better pack a lunch, show up today, and try to get hats.
There he goes! Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. The Red Raiders really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Hammond. Puts it out of the air. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning 2. That was beautiful.
Rides the back and leaves it. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Red Raiders can really attack on this 2nd and short. Now the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Gentry. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
It's really easy to be a quarterback in an offense that runs the football and then runs play action. It makes it simple. It makes the reads easy. It sucks the linebackers and safeties up where I can just make plays right behind it.
Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the 1st drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
Out of the gun, the inside kick. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this 1st drive.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
After run, now throw. Big guy smells it. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And everything works checks out for the offense, right? They went for it on 4th and 1 earlier. It was a big decision, a big gamble. They got it, and now you pay it off with the touchdown. Head coach is loving that.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the NC State Wolfpack comes out, and they'll have the ball for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the pass game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Reads it, fires complete. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Red Raider.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go. And this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Looking to pass. It's Bailey. Finds his back in the middle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. They'll run play action. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
He's got an open man. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. They just keep firing. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. 2nd down coming up. Caught in the backfield. It's Jackson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. There's great defensive linemen. The ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting long yardage in predictable situations.
They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Grab behind the line, it's Jackson. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They'll give it to the back. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. DB's right up on the receivers. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's French. Turning it on! They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Not a lot going on there, picked up a couple. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to throw, it's Bailey. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, North Carolina State!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Lost a throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Behind the chains now on second and long. He leaves it with his back. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Finds his tight end. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The Red Raiders with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Simpson. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man to the left. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Trying play action. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Caught behind the line. It's Scott. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Extra point here will tie the game.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they forced the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. That 14-point lead is gone, and now they'll try to get back on top with a scoring drive here. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Some penalties hurt a little bit more or a lot more than other ones. That one wipes out a huge game. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Looking for a crease. It's Dickey. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Makes the grab. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. And the Red Raiders will have it 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Hammond. They'll run the screen. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Quickly complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Red Raiders headed quickly to the line. They go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to run for it. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone. It's Rousseau. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Pulls it in. It's Jackson. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going.
My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. Leaves it with the back. Oh, what a move. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Dropping back, it's Bailey. Works the middle of the field. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Going to take a shot at this DB. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it out quickly. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Gentry. Open space at the 25. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Hammond. They've got the screen set up. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those 1st downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in 1st downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple 1st downs together, get one of those long drives going.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Going for 6. Touchdown, Red Raider. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the 1st half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Handoff from the gun. Makes a man miss. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Lubbock. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Jones AT&T Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. And the Red Raiders will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back looking for help. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly.
And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Back to throw, it's Bailey. He's taking the shot. He's got it on the right. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
It's a fumble. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Hand off from the shotgun. Running into the open space. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this third down. To the ground to try to move the chains. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
To the air, it's Bailey. He's got it. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Using his legs, it's Scott. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all that, this is 4-down territory too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
It's not sexy. It's not pretty. It's actually kind of old school because people don't really run a lot of QB sneaks anymore. You don't even see quarterbacks under center that much. But what do? You keep your momentum going. You've already strung together a bunch of plays. Now is not the time to get super aggressive. Way to go, high percentage. Run the quarterback sneak. Get the first down.
What a job off front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Sets up the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. If this offense wants to stay in this game, they have to punch it in on this drive. It's 3rd and goal. To the air, it's Bailey. Under fire. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you could tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Good timing on the quick out. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the 1st down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the 1st down.
Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this D need that. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Motion from the wideout. Got the quick pass. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Quickly to the tight end. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. And incomplete on the deep ball. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
Here's the pressure. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
You spread me out, I'm going to speed you up. Nice job. They go empty. Nobody in the backfield to help the quarterback block. The linebacker comes right up the gut, gets to the quarterback, gets him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long. He's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Caught in the backfield, it's screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Or will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass, it's Hammond. Finds the tight end. Breaks into the open. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on 1st down. He lets it fly. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Looking for room, it's Young. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Quarterback extends the play. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. Picked off. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, the good news is after that 2nd pick of the 3rd quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. This guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the 1st period of the 2nd half.
And it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the 2nd half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
NC State a lot of freedom to do anything here on 2nd and inches. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric trying to help Tech on this 3rd down. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. It's complete to the right. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Oh, man, I mean, you don't get more wide open than that, right? Big fella running down the field, nobody near him. Quarterback puts it on him, just got to make the catch.
NC State has work to do to convert this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, NC State! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Gentry. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Fires to the tight end. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they got it at the 42. The Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. The run from the shotgun. Breaks the tackle. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Looking for room. It's Green. There he goes. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Well, that's the best run of the day for him so far, and he's a guy that looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. He's beginning to wear on this defense a little bit. If you're on offense, you probably want to keep giving him the ball.
Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
So now it's 2nd and long. The give to the tailback. Across the 25, he's got room. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice balance by this offense.
They'll try the run. Headed to the end zone. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
And this is a situation this offense trains for, having the lead late in the game, running the ball to ice it. They're just bleeding seconds off the clock. It's been a beautiful drive so far. And the defense, even though they know they're going to run it, they just can't stop it.
To throw, it's Hammond. Here comes the heat. Just threw that one way too far.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal?
Get set.
Wants to go up top. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
2nd and goal, no dice for this offense. If I'm on offense right now, I'm thinking about who are my mismatches, who are my big bodies out wide that I can throw them the football and they can make a play over top of somebody.
How good have they been on 3rd down today, and another opportunity here on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it out. It's Rousseau. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. All wideouts, no backs. They're going to open this drive with a pass. A strike downfield. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. NC State going up-tempo.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some...
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. Looking for a man, it's Bailey. Right on the money. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it on the outside. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Knocked down, but not before he gets the 1st down after recovering the fumble. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Foul just enough running room. He picks up 4 to the 15. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Gentry. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get it.
Turning it on! Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
He's got it inside the 10. Work him out of bounds at the 9-yard line.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Scanning the field, it's Hammond. Bringing the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation, you cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And at least they keep him out of the end zone. He's on the 3. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense.
Got it.
They've been outstanding on third down all day long, and they could use one here on 3rd and goal. The play action fake. Under fire. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up.
Really nice job by the defense. 3rd and short, the whole menu's open, but they were ready. They saw the pass coming, tight coverage in the back end, and the quarterback had no choice but to throw the football away.
So on 4th and goal, already with the lead, but they'll try to salt this thing away with a touchdown. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Red Raiders. The offense cashing it in on that drive. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a masterclass in offensive productivity.
He'll bring it out. It's Rousseau. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To the air, it's Bailey. Fires to the big fella.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Shoots it to the left. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great. And they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Makes the grab plenty for the 1st down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Gonna look downfield again. With the catch, it's Boston. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Boston.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
On the play.
NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Trying to set up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And quickly to the line of scrimmage, they spike it and stop the clock.
On the play. 2nd down coming up.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw, it's Bailey. He'll take a shot. It's incomplete. Almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 3rd down.
This is my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's pass. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Wolfpack! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. It's a long shot, I know, but you have to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
But they call it a long shot for a reason, because they've still technically got a shot. I know it's not great, David, but let's see these guys fight to the end.
It's not great, but keep fighting, keep spinning that pill around. Use every second on this clock to try to get this game as close as you can.
Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock.
On the play. Brings up second down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Unleashes one deep. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in a 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football. So faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away, forcing the incompletion. You stay in this personnel grouping if you're on defense.
Throws toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete. They were going for the fabulous parting gift, but instead will just go home with a loss. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points that are being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.